Okay, welcome back with Happy Chappies. This is I've got the whole world in my hands. So, going back 4, 5 months ago, I had books upon books upon books of things that I wrote down. Um, Dreams, direction of where I was choosing to go in life and how I wanted life to go. So I got an awareness of where I was in life and what was going to happen. So I chose to burn my books and destroy them. So nobody would see, nobody could ever use them in the wrong way against me, magically. And they would not know. They would not know what was in them books that I was creating. That I spelt out. Yet I didn't know that I was creating spells. I looked at, I was manifesting my life, the life of the world. So this all came about by me reading over my books and the stuff that I wrote. And I'd seen that it came into existence. Yet I've seen a lot of this in life where there would be nothing but my thought, and I would speak it into existence. And soon later it would be, yet it had never been. And in my books, this is what you could have seen. I wrote everything that I desired, not just for me, but for everyone, the world, how things were to be. Peace, happiness, love, joy, and there will be. Not everything that I wrote has been seen. Some things have to come yet. And they will. And this is how, well, it's how I know that we are the creator. This, among many other things, that's happened to me. But I get to see it all. How we think, how we feel, how we write our spells, how we create them into happenings, into life, how they appear through consciousness. I guess what I'm saying is, when you're writing something down, be aware of what you're writing down. That you're working with the flow of all, not against it, or you'll fall. We're in a magical world, and it has been hidden from you. With illusions, like writing, words turned into spelling, spells. They're not just words, they're vibrations of creations. And when you put a feel into that vibration, you're really creating. So you must be wise in how you create. Whether you're speaking it, writing it, thinking about it, feeling about it. Because that creation of vibration that you put into creation is coming back to you. And if you're going to work like the Satan, man, in greed, then you're going to get to see what all them spells do when they come back to you. You see, in this magical world that we live in, everything's about love, finding it in the darkness. Now you can roll with what you see in the illusion of your reality, and be that, and that's all that you will see, because that's what you be. And you will suffer in the pain and struggles of life, because that's what you see. Yet you could always be the magic that you are in the reality. As all physical comes from spiritual, as all is spiritual in a reality. You just can't see because you're stuck in the physical reality, as this is all that you be. As you use your senses like sight in what you see. Yet that is not the truth of what you be, because the eye doesn't give you sight in what you see. It sends a signal to the brain, which sends a signal to reality in the spiritual world that is returned back to you so you could see a picture of what's around you in your physical reality. Which comes to the pineal gland, which we have crystals in, that gives imagery in that vibration that's transmuted out and in, creating that picture. Like when you close your eyes or when you dream, you don't see with your eyes, you see with the mind and what it creates. Yet we see ourselves as this physical being, the body, not seeing the magic. You don't see the magic of the thought, the feeling that creates something that you do. Yet you do it. You don't see it as magic because you do it in a physical form, like filling a cup up. You don't see that as magic, yet it is. And there's so much more that you don't see. That's because you get placed in a reality instead of creating your reality. You get placed in a reality for you to see that this is all there is to be. Yet you are the magical being that can change your reality in all that you see. So which do you do? Do you be controlled by all that you see? Or do you start to control your life and who you be? And bring into sight what you wish to see? What spells are you going to cast? Remember, it's a magical world. Be wise. Keep the darkness away. Because it will lead you to pray. That I'm for sure. That is for sure. Whether it be this lifetime or another, it will drive you in that way. Till someday you will have to face them demons. Them demons within that you create from all of your sin. You create. Satan is an illusion. Satan is you. You create Satan in all that you sin, because that's how you see it, in the way that you be. And how you create that on a physical reality. And until you see the light, it is all that you will see. Time after time. And that's how it'll be. Until one day you can see deep within that darkness and face them demons with no fear. Then you will realize God is here. Here within you. That you've been fooled by the magic here outside of you. You've been under the spell of what you do in the body that you class as you, in all that you see, hear, smell, taste, touch, speak, as if it was you. Well, you're the vibration that was sent to the body in creation of what you perceive you to be, in that consciousness that creates the physical reality of all that you see, which comes about by two consciousnesses of other physical beings coming together to create you in their reality on the same vibration, bringing creation. And in them genes that we call it, in that physical reality, we have two consciousnesses that come together to create you and me. Then we become a part of that consciousness in our own physical reality. The magic is what you see, yet you don't, because of your physical reality. And as you join consciousness in a separation of all that you see, while consciousness creates all that there be's. Yet, because you sense the physical body, you part yourself away in separation of all that you see, not realizing the spiritual side of your reality. Remember, they who came together had thoughts and feelings and emotions that brought them to see you into physical reality. That's where you came from. In that vibration of each of them, consciousnesses coming together to create one. Whether intentionally or not, they were in that vibration to bond. It was in their vibration to create. And that's where you be. Coming into reality from spiritual. And then you become your own creation, your own spiritual being in the physical reality of all that your ancestors have created through the line that you call family. Yet, if you go back far enough, we're all family. Can't you see? Like, you listen to stories all the time, but take them aside and use common sense of what you see and how things function in our reality. Consciousness is why you see. Consciousness is why you're here. Consciousness is everything. Everything that you be, and everything that you see and sense and hear and taste and smell and touch is consciousness, with that awareness of the body and all that's around it and within it. But how much of it do you see? Apart from when you look out, is that your reality or the reality of the body that you see? When you bring it all back to you, where do you be? Where are you? Can you see? Can you see who you are, where you are, what you are? And if you can't, go looking. You may find that you're not the body. You never have been. You're just consciousness that flows through it in vibration from all that the body sees and reacts to using its senses. Yet when you find that out and realize that you can be in control of that consciousness in all of your own reality, and bring that vibration of what you see and hear to reality, and not just what you see with these here, in the illusion of that magic of what reality is. So take control of the consciousness, but you must face the demons that you've created. You must face what's within. All that you've brought to the vessel, you must face it, or you will carry it on. And you will keep carrying it on until you do face it. So face it now, when you have the chance. One thing I used to see is to look at it. I always thought it was a really good way of looking at it was look at the worst thing that you've ever done and start from there. And whatever it was, you change that. And look at what's the polar opposite of that. So, no matter how bad it was, there's something on the other end that's as good as that bad was. Now, if you're heading in that direction, you've seen what bad you've done, and you're heading in the direction of that opposite, you know how good it's going to be. And you just know it's just about getting there. And knowing that, your journey becomes so much easier. Obviously, when you look back at what you've done, you look for forgiveness. You forgive who you are. And you understand that that could never be again. You have to die to be reborn. All that you've known and all that you've done has to die. Not the body, but the person who you are. And then you move forward in a new way, a new being in who you are. You can't turn back into that person that you were. Because once you see and you start moving forward, if you ever try to turn back, well, I think you'll know. This Happy Chopper. Love, peace.